Welcome back, everybody, to the Four Down the Field podcast. I'm your host, Rob Young Bob Anderson, and I'm going to recap last week, week 11 in the league. All right, we'll start out with my matchup. Let's see, week 12, not week 11. My bad. Week 12 recap. I lost to Bird. Bird with a big win, keeping his playoff hopes alive. My team just laid just a straight out dud. I think they just had diarrhea. They diarrheaed all over themselves. They caught malaria, whatever you want to call it. They just didn't show up and they didn't want to show out. So, Bird with a big win though, 130, pretty good week, man. I mean, guess I'd rather lose like that, preferably not close to the playoffs when I want things to be rolling for me. But if I'm going to lose, at least it's not a heartbreaking loss. 130 is a good score. Bird, you stay alive. We'll talk about your matchup and your team here shortly. Next matchup, Alyssa needed a win against Jeff. Her playoff hopes aren't dead yet after this loss to Jeff, but she did have a pretty decent week, 123. It's just Jeff, just consistent, 137. You could even argue that it was a down week for him for the weeks that he's had this past month or so. So Jeff just keeps it rolling. Alyssa, you're still alive. We'll talk about what you need to happen to get in the playoffs. I believe you're 4-8 right now. So we'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see this week to see what happens. You must win situation though. Let's see. Next matchup, Jack and Drew. It was the matchup of the week. After sodomy happened the night before, Jack did it again. 154 to 146. Drew, good week, man. It's just not enough. Jack, he showed the record. I think he's 12-3 against you since the league's conception, and that is just a stat you don't want to have, especially against your rival like that. Um, but yeah, it was just a monstrous week for both you guys. Just what was that Sunday night football game? Was it Barkley? Yeah, and then like Monday night was something that like I forgot exactly. But yeah, Jack just pulled away. Drew couldn't do much about it. He tried. He's going to be sore for a little bit. Next matchup, we had Shane taking down Jim. That was a monstrous game for playoff implications. Jim lost 7 of his last 9. Needs to bounce back going to this week against Jeremy. This week against Shane, he had a 134 score. I mean, that's going to win you almost probably 2/3 of your weeks, at least, I would say. And it's unfortunate that you didn't get that win, Jim. Shane, though, big win for you. McLaurin, that ridiculous touchdown, like before that game ended. That's how you basically won this week. Lucky as hell. But you know what? It's fantasy football and anything's possible, unfortunately, if you're Jim in this situation. Jim, I feel for you on that loss. You play Jeremy. You're off to a good start. We're going to talk about your matchup here soon. Jeremy kept it rolling against Marty. He's won 4 straight. He's making his push for the playoffs. We're going to talk about Jeremy's team and his what he needs still to happen for him to squeak into the playoffs after that 1-7 horrible start. Might have even been 1-8. I don't remember. We'll talk about his record though here shortly. I think he's 5-7 though, so he's won 4 straight. That makes sense. So yeah, Jim with the one or Jeremy with the 137, basically 138 took down Marty. Marty right now just trying to get some answers. He's not eliminated. He's actually in a decent spot right now to try and make the playoffs. He does probably need to win this week against Brenna. If you can't beat Brenna right now, you're probably not deserving to be in the playoffs anyway. She's eliminated. All she's trying to do is play spoiler. We'll talk about that. Marty, we'll talk about your team as well. Jeremy, you just keep it rolling, my man. Let's see. We got Adam in our last matchup. We just talked about Brenna. Adam squeaked out a win, won by 8 points. Not a big showing for Adam. 104 isn't gonna win you many weeks, but he definitely certainly won this week or this past week. Yeah, Adam, you stole one, man, and you needed to. You needed that win. That was huge for playoff implications. You are in a good spot as of right now to make the playoffs, but you are not there yet, man. It is a cluster, seeds 5 through 8 right now. It's going to be really interesting how it plays out. So let's get right into it. We're going to talk about the standings real quick and the playoff percentages. Okay, so right now you got Jeff at 11-1. He's already locked up that 1 seed basically. The only way he loses the 1 seed is if he gets absolutely destroyed this week. Oh no, he has already wrapped it up. He has wrapped it up. Um, Jeff, congratulations. It is official. My bad. I'm late on that. But yeah, you're number one at 11-1. Then you got Jack 8-4, me and Drew at 7-5. Drew with the advantage in points forced. Shane 6-6, along with Adam. Their playoff. Shane's 98%, Adam's 86%. From seed 7 through 8, though, we're talking Jeremy, Jim, Marty right now, and Bird. Bird right there with the points forced advantage, slightly over Jeremy. And then there's a drop off to Jim and then Marty. So, Marty, you need some help, obviously. Jim needs some help. Jim, you're playing Jeremy this week. I mean, we need these are massive. These are basically playoff matchups already right now in week 13. So let's get right into it, guys. All right, I am excited. We've already had a couple games go. Detroit, obviously, with the big win. Go Lions. They got to stay healthy. Excuse me. Fighting the cold right now. Ugh. All right. Sorry about that. All right. Let's go right into it. So we just talked about the Lions. Went on Thursday. I had Jared Goff rolling and David Montgomery. They got me 36 points combined. I'll take it. Off to a decent start. I'm basically projected for what I started with, which is 131. Drew, however, had Vegas. Jacoby Myers yesterday against the Chiefs. Nice little 15.7. I wanted him to actually catch a touchdown, but I won't get into that. But anyway, Green Bay defense rolled out there. For the most part, they shut down Miami, gave up a couple of points in the second half, but all in all, Drew's projected for 148 right now. He's got Lamar Jackson, that big matchup against Philly. I mentioned that I think they're going to want to run the football. Obviously, Lamar is going to be a part of that. Baltimore plays their best football when they give Derrick Henry the football. I mean, that's just the fact. It's not because I have Henry. I'm saying that. It's just my point is if Baltimore is going to, I think, beat Philly, they're going to have to run with Derrick Henry. Obviously, Lamar is going to get his run. Don't get me wrong; he'll get points around the football. But how much will he be designed scrambles? How many handoffs are they actually going to give Derrick Henry in this game? We'll wait and see. Philly secondary been pretty good. That Philly defense since week 5 has been number one in the league. I expect this to be under 50.5 points. I expect it to be a lot of running the football. Jackson, I'm assuming, will probably get like around 25, 30 points probably. So he'll have the edge at quarterback at that position. Jonathan Taylor, I need you this week, man. I need you this week against the New England Patriots. I need you out the Schneid. I need you to break one off, get in the end zone, do what you got to do because you're going up against Joe Mixon, who has been down for a week or two, and he's probably bounced. He's probably going to come back this week against the Jacksonville defense that is probably already quit for the season. So I need you, Jonathan Taylor. Advantage, Drew. Bucky Irving going up against Derrick Henry in that second running back spot. I think Derrick Henry is going to have a big game, but Bucky Irving, I think, is more primed to get possibly or at least 2 touchdowns in this game. I give Derrick Henry the advantage, obviously, but Bucky Irving could make that pretty close depending on how those games go. Who gets the goal line touches for both Baltimore with Lamar and Henry and Tampa Bay Irving or one of those other running backs, right? So we'll have to wait and see there, but advantage Henry. All right, so next, Deebo Samuel, Drake London. Deebo, I need to see it. You should be getting a lot of targets in this offense. You're traveling on the road to Buffalo, where you're probably going to need to be throwing. But the problem is, I haven't seen it in a while, right? And you're going up against Drake London, against the Chargers, who I think are going to win at home against the Chargers on Sunday. I think Drake London poised to have a pretty decent game. So we'll have to wait and see there, but I'm gonna give him the advantage there. So now we're talking 3 advantages to 1. He got 15.7 with Jacoby Myers. I look across there. I like JJ to win that battle. Hunter Henry McBride. I'm probably gonna go McBride there. Henry, I need you to steal that matchup for me. McCaffrey, Montgomery. I think it's gonna be about the same. I still don't think they're gonna give CMC a lot of the touches that you're accustomed if you're a CMC owner. So I'm going to say about the same there. I like Denver's defense to get me more than 13 points, and I like Boswell over the Charger kicker Dicker. So when I come down to it, I do think Drew's going to win this matchup, unfortunately. I need Taylor to show out. I need Debo to show out. Those are the two worries on my team right now. I haven't seen it in a few weeks. It's unfortunate. So I'm going to go Drew in this matchup, and Drew should be. I'm basically going to lock up the 4 seed unless I fall apart and lose next week. We'll talk about it. But anyway, next matchup we got Jack going up against Jeff. Jeff 11-1. Jack 8-4. Jeff already had Achane go, got him 21. Drew or Jack rather with Lamb. We talked about it in previous weeks. With Dak Prescott not being in, I'm not sold on Lamb. He got banged up a little bit. I think Drew said he like did something serious. I don't know if that was just a troll or whatnot, but the bottom line is he got him 5.9 points. There's just doesn't seem to be chemistry between him and Cooper Rush, in that disappointing Dallas offense. But he did get 30 burger from Brock Bowers. A nice little touchdown. He went off 10 catches, 140 yards, touchdown. And then he has Leggett going on Sunday in his flex. The Colts defense against the Patriots. I like that. Jake Moody, I don't like that just because I don't think San Francisco is going to be they're going to be able to kick field goals. They're going to have to go for it. So I don't like that. But let's go to the other side. So we had Josh Allen against San Francisco against Jalen Hurts against Baltimore. What a matchup. I'm going to Josh Allen here, though. I think he's poised to have a big game at home against San Francisco. Hurts, though, you just never know. He can go out and get you like 35 points in this matchup against Baltimore, but we talked about Saquon's such a high level right now. Who's going to get those goal line touches? Is going to be within the 1 or 2 yard line. I think Barkley is going to get probably those touches right now. They're going to want to make Hurts be fresh. If it's inside, they won, sure. But yeah, I like Josh Allen. I think he's a threat. And no matter where he's at, no matter what down it is, what quarter it is. Uh, Jeff just told me he doesn't see my team in my dynasty in a bowl game, even though I went 7-5 and 4-4 in ACC play. That's just disrespectful. I can't believe that. Because Jeff gave me the good news right there, I am actually going Jack in this matchup. I cannot believe that. Wow. I need to refocus here. But anyway, I like Josh Allen. Bijan against Connor. I like Connor there. Barkley over Achane. I like Barkley to get over 21. Collins obviously get more than 6. I like Higgins over Flowers. Bowers with a monster 30. So obviously that's a huge factor in this matchup. I'm obviously going him in that matchup over Goddard. Leggett or Pollard. I'm going to go with Leggett. He's been a touchdown hound in the red zone area. I'm going to go Houston D over Jacksonville. It's unbelievable. Jeff's still talking about no ACC team in the playoff either. I cannot believe this is all fucked up. How did they mess up? It's a glitch. I can't believe this, everybody. Conspiracy. Anyway, Jeff doesn't have a kicker yet. I told him yesterday when we were playing see that I was going to pick him in this matchup, but because he just broke my balls, I'm going Jack. Jack pretty much locks up that 2 seed if I beat Drew this week in our matchup if he beats Jeff. So anyway, wow, I still can't get it. I can't believe I didn't make a bowl. It's unbelievable. All right. Liz against Shane, big sibling rivalry. Alyssa needs this win to stay in playoff contention. Shane with a big win last week of that McLaurin touchdown last minute of the game. Still can't believe that shit. Um, Baker Mayfield against Carolina. Baker has Mike Evans back for now for his second or third game back. I assume that Evans against Carolina hopefully gets in the end zone. That's what Liz is thinking anyway. She had Jacobs go already, Odunze go, and Swift go, giving her 35.6 points. A dud from Odunze, basically. Jacobs showed out. Shane had cumulative about 30 points with Neighbors and Tracy on Thanksgiving against Dallas. Let's go. Let's break this shit down, right? So here we go. So we got Baker against Bo Nix. Bo Nix against Cleveland's defense in the cold on Monday night. It's at home. It's at home. Baker at Carolina. I have a feeling about Baker this week. I'm not gonna lie. Nick Chubb, Shane. I know you. I love Nick Chubb, man. He's not going to do anything for you this year, though. I know he got in the end zone twice yesterday, but if you're looking at it, you can't rely on that. Like he's gonna he needs to like there's no power in his running right now. Like he can't there's something not completely back. He's not fully mentally there yet, I don't think. It's gonna be hard for him to come back this year and be anything but maybe just a dart throw, I think, at running back. He's going up against Kyren. Kyren, massive advantage there. And also with the matchup itself, Cleveland playing that Denver D or the Rams running on New Orleans. Yeah, I'm taking Kyren. Jacobs already won the battle against Tracy. Neighbors 15-point thrower against Nakua. Give me Nakua in that one. McLaurin obviously going to get more than 4.5. That's going to be a big factor right there. Kittle against Otten. I'm going Otten. That's a big play in this matchup. That Baker and Otten stack. But I'm going Otten. I think Kittle. Obviously, great tight end. Is he still tight end number one? No, number two right now. Kittle, hell of a fucking. I wish he was my tight end right now with what I got going on. But Otten, I saw what he could do when I played Alyssa earlier this year. Matchup against Carolina, it just seems like one of those weeks where I could just see Baker going off and finding Otten once, maybe even twice, for all I know, in the end zone. That's what Alyssa's hoping for. She needs a big win. Flex, Shane's got Chase. Alyssa already had Swift go. Chase is going to win that matchup. Tampa Bay playing Carolina. I think Carolina's been looking decent. I think Tampa Bay up for maybe a pick six, maybe a nice little defensive day against Carolina, who I think going to come back down to earth just a little bit. I'm not too sold on them. Minnesota, I like their defense against Arizona. Tucker, Group A kickers, whatever. Who knows what's going to happen there? I will say Group A is kicking in a dome. So I'm going to go with Alyssa in this one. Like I said, I got that feeling with Baker. That Kate Otten stack, interesting. Nakua's still going to go. Kyren's still going to go. Yeah, I like that. I like the Rams offense to put up points. So yeah, Rams and Tampa Bay, I think are going to get Alyssa the dub this week. Let's see, Jim. This is the matchup of the week. Honestly, I know we talked about me and Drew and Jeff and Jack, but honestly, this is for playoff implications here. Like this is who is probably going to get in the who has a good shot at getting in the playoffs and who's going to be hurting and needs some help. So let's get into it. Jeremy already had Abdullah, St. Brown, Kelsey, and Detroit's defense go, getting him 41.4 points. He's projected for 115 currently. Jim trying to get a win, losing 7 of his last 9. He's down in South Carolina right now. I hope you have a good day, Jimbo. And I think you're going to win this week, but let's dive into it just a little bit. Obviously, Sam Darnold against Jane Daniels. I'm probably going Jane Daniels there, but you never know. Sam Darnold's due for a big game. Justin Jefferson's due for a big game. Um, I'm going to go with Daniels, obviously, in that matchup, though. Javonte Williams going up against Cleveland or Aaron Jones against Arizona. Yeah, I like Aaron Jones at home. I think it could be a nice little 20 burger there for Aaron Jones. Brees Hall, I'm not really tracking on what's going on with him. It says questionable, but if he plays, I think he's going to win the matchup against Abdullah, who only got 7 points. Tyreek beat out St. Brown by 8 points in that wide receiver one position. Cup against Adams. Ooh, that's a good one. I'm gonna go with Cup though. I mean, for reasons that I've already mentioned. I mean, I like the Rams this week to put up points. Jonnu Smith beat Kelsey this week in that matchup. Then you got Taysom Hill, who I could see. I like that. I like that throw right there, Jim. I do. I like that throw right there with Taysom Hill. I could see him having a day. It could be one of those games for New Orleans against the Rams where maybe Kamara's not getting anything going, and it's just one of those random Taysom Hill games. So, but he's going up against Cortland Sutton. That's going to be interesting. I'd say advantage Sutton, but you have a chance of Hill just being that out of nowhere factor in this matchup. But yeah, Charger defense, Atlanta I'm gonna say about even with Detroit's defense this week. And Aubrey got 9. I'd say probably about even, maybe slightly advantage Jim there. I'm going Jim in this matchup. He needs this win. Does he have enough gas to keep winning these matchups to get into the playoffs? I don't know. Jeremy's going to have to come out and really come out on Sunday with the big game from somebody to try and make this close. Jim's off to a good start. He probably just needs to just not have any multiple duds, I think, to get this matchup. But good luck to both you guys. Next matchup, we got the cousins, Adam versus Bird. Adam 6-6, Bird 5-7. Yeah, I mean Bird already had a couple people go. Gibbs, DJ Moore, Chicago defense got him 38 points. Adam had Bates go for Detroit, got him 12 points as a kicker. Let's break this matchup down. Starting at the quarterback position, we got Brock Purdy against Joe Burrow. I'm going Joe Burrow. Gibbs already got Bird 10 points going up against Chase Brown. I'll go Chase Brown. Chuba Hubbard against Ken Walker. Good matchup. Really good matchup here. Wow. Wow. Even. Metcalf against A.J. Brown. Give me A.J. Brown. Mike Evans going against DJ Moore, who got 23.7 points. DJ Moore already got the 23, so it's hard for me to pick Evans. But like I said, I could see Evans getting that number and in a game that I think he can get in the end zone once, if not twice. I'm going to go DJ Moore. Ingram are likely. I'm going Ingram. Advantage Adam. Pickens or Brian Thomas. I'm going George Pickens. Chicago's defense only got 4 points for Bird. Washington's defense will get more than that against Tennessee. And Bates already got 12. Another advantage, Adam. I'm going Adam in this matchup, where I think, if Joe Burrow doesn't put up like 35 points, I think Adam wins. So it's possible. Actually, let me. Wow, this is a tight matchup. I do like A.J. Brown too. Ingram could have a big game. I'm going to go Adam. Tight matchup. Bird, you need this win. Adam, if you win, you lock up a playoff spot. Good luck. Next and last matchup, we got Brenna trying to play spoiler against Marty. Marty had Mahomes, Javonte Williams, or Jameis Williams, sorry, and Sam Laporte to go already. Got him basically 44 points, and Brenna had the Chiefs defense and got 11 points. So breaking this down, Brenna is projected to win right now 127 to 117. Mahomes got Marty 18.6 points. I like Herbert to probably get just about the same, if not just a couple more. I'll say even though. Moving on to the next matchup, Ramondre going up against Rashad White. I'm going Ramondre Stevenson there. Kamara against James Cook. Ooh. Wow. Brenna needs to win this matchup if she's going to win this. I'll say even for right now. JSN against that tough Jets secondary, or yeah, I'm gonna go Garrett Wilson for Brenna. Jameson got 9.6 for Marty. McConkey, I'm gonna go McConkey gets that one. Laporta probably beats Dalton Schultz. Advantage Marty there. Jennings against Dell. I'm gonna go Dell. He'll probably catch a deep ball, maybe for a touchdown. I'm not a big fan of San Francisco this week. Chiefs already got Brenna 11 points. Buffalo defense, I'll say probably about the same against San Francisco, 11 points, yeah. And Fairburn against Jacksonville or McLaughlin against Carolina. I think I'll go Fairburn there. This is going to be a tight matchup. Marty needs it. Brennan wants to play spoiler. I am going to go Marty, though. I think he'll somehow pull this out knowing that he needs this win. So that wraps up the picks. Let's move into the power rankings here. My power rankings are I got Jeff at 1, Jack at 2 after that big win against Drew. Then I got Drew, me, and Jeremy as long as he can win this week. That will wrap it up for this week. Good luck, everybody, and go blue. Let's go, baby.